Happy Monday! Bonnie Donahue here. I'm so excited you joined us, and I'm back from my vacation. I'm actually just finishing up a run. I thought I was going to be home in time, but I'm with my daughter. She's actually biking, and she went up ahead. We stopped at the beach and did stairs and lunges and had to go to the bathroom. So here I am doing the call from the just the neighborhood, walking home. Hey guys, hey Heidi, hey Margie, Ruth, Alicia, Danielle, welcome. Okay, first I want to introduce myself because I realized there's 466 people on this page. Welcome, that is amazing. We actually just hit over 3,000 people in our organization. I think we're at like 3,008, which is awesome. My goal for our organization is to have 10,000 people in it by next May of 2018, and so I really think that we can do that. So it's pretty exciting. We're sharing the oils, and BOGO deal, or the BOGO week last week was amazing. It was like phenomenal. We have the highest team points we've had in history. So I just started, the business in September of 2017, and now we're hitting over 200,000 points a month total. So congratulations to the whole team. I mean, you guys are seriously amazing, and that's just shows that people are wanting and needing the oils, and people are wanting the opportunity, and it just keeps growing every single month. We have hundreds of people joining our team every single month, customers and advocates. So with that being said, for those of you guys who don't know me, I'm Bonnie Donahue. If we're not friends on Facebook yet, please friend me. I try to friend everybody as they come in, but some of you guys have you don't have the add friend. So add me and maybe send me a little message and introduce yourself. I'd love to get to know everybody. And I'm a diamond leader in doTERRA, and I have had amazing health transformation with the oils, especially with I had Lyme disease, and they made a huge difference with my energy and emotions and weight loss and everything. So I just want to introduce myself because there's so many new faces around here that I don't know, and I was on vacation for the past 2 weeks, so I've been kind of missing in action myself. So yes, good job to everybody. Monica, and there's my daughter. Grace, say hi. Hey. Okay. Okay, so we have an awesome call lined up for today. I'm actually bringing on a guest, and she is amazing. She joined our team at the beginning of this year. She had a huge launch. She's grown really fast. She's a gold leader now in doTERRA. Just one of the fastest growing leaders in the entire organization, entire doTERRA. What I love the most about this girl is that she really loves her team, loves them hard. She motivates, she encourages, she doesn't give up on people. She has a belief in people. She believes in her team sometimes more than they might believe in themselves. Like, she just full of life and energy, and she also has no fear. So she will go into Kohl's and come out with someone coming to her class. Someone who she doesn't know. She has a goal of talking to people. She'll just go and find the people, and she doesn't take no for an answer, and she'll just write down her goal and won't stop till she hits her goal. So she had an amazing month last month, or last week with BOGO, and she just hit her first 1,500 Power of 3 bonus. And so I'm going on and on, but I'm going to bring her on, and it's Shelley. Let me see, I'm going to bring her on. This is our first time to the call. Let's see, Shelley. She's on Becky's team. And, oh, there you are. Yay!
Here I am. Hey, guys.
Okay, I'm so awesome. I'm so glad that you're here. It's awesome. Okay, so I have some questions in my head of some things that I want to ask you. And
sure,
you have a lot of things to share, but first, sorry about the noise. First, can you just share a little bit about how amazing your team is? Because I know that they're rocking it. And then talk about how BOGO, how you made the BOGO deal successful, because I know that you really worked hard and it made a huge difference in your business. So I know people are like kind of begging to hear about that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so I do have a pretty incredible team. We span from Alaska down to Florida, Pennsylvania, Canada. We're all over the place. So incredibly thankful to have each state that's represented. We also have a preferred customer over in Europe, so that's exciting. Um, you know, certainly can't do this without them, and there's days that they actually inspire me to be better at what I'm doing.
Mhm.
So I can honestly say that it works both ways. Just, hearing what they're going through, but really listening as a leader, listening to your people and not just telling them what your goals are and having them strive for my own goals,
Yep.
but listening to where they're at and what their personal goals are. And, it may be that their goal is not rank, but it's, getting a couple people on LRP. I want to cheer for them for what their goals are, but also inspire them to goals maybe that they aren't ready to dream yet for themselves. They're not quite there yet. So, just always setting the bar high for them, but also helping them to think through how can they creatively hit the goals that they do have set for themselves. So it's really, I just say, hey, let's talk about this. And I give them what I would do and listen to what they feel comfortable doing, and then maybe helping them stretch out to, maybe make some choices they wouldn't have done otherwise.
Yeah, I love that.
So that's my team. As far as BOGO goes, I always like to give a word picture to describe how I am as a maybe not salesperson, that's the wrong word, but like as a go-getter, like how I work. I'm like kind of like a groundhog. I dig and burrow until if I hit like a wall, like a cement wall, I don't stop. I just go another direction until I get to where I want to be. So like dead ends, they don't frustrate me, nothing. Like I'm like, oh, it didn't work. Okay, I'll go another
Yep.
direction. And so then I always tunnel through to a new direction and I get somewhere. It may not be where I thought I was going to go, but I always will move past any obstacle because anything can be fixed or improved. So that's kind of how I entered BOGO week. I put my game face on and I knew that the week could be big. And so I really worked hard I knew that I'm like a messenger. So I message people. I get the word out, but I also find my core people that I know are probably going to be my buyers because BOGO week is not, I don't want to be educating people very much during BOGO week because I'm just like fast, hard, heavy.
Yep.
I want to get it out there. I don't want to have to explain a lot about the product. And, there's a time and place for explaining our product, but really I'm trying to move product this week.
Right.
Okay. So, if it's someone I look at like who's active on Messenger right now, if it's someone that I haven't talked to oils about, I'm probably not going to ask them because then I'm going to have to spend too much time with that person. And I want to spend time with them eventually.
Right.
I'll probably sample them like next month, okay? But I'm not going to spend a lot of time educating them on what console is or TerraZyme because that takes up a lot of my time. So I'm basically looking for how to use my time wisely in short spurts, okay? So I'm first going to go to my people that I've talked to about essential oils about, and kind of really see if they're interested. This would be for someone that maybe is not a member already. Okay. Now I did collect orders from people that are members already, and I told them I could save them on shipping. So that's one way that I was able to collect PV. Last month I enrolled 6 people, and so what I did was I went to these people and I said, hey, I have 5 BOGOs that need to be placed. Would you like to get points for that? And so one of my strategies is developing a very trusting relationship with my customers so they feel comfortable doing that for me. So yeah, it's so important to develop a very trusting relationship with your customers so that if you ask them something like that, they may be willing to do it for you. And that would be someone in their first 60 days. So I was able to cash in on a lot of the 20% because I put those orders. I try to always do 100 PV because an LRP of 100 PV gets you points for going to the like the incentive trip
Yep.
next year. So I'm looking for that 100 PV is really important for me. I don't like to leave any money on the table. So I'm really, really, really big on nothing gets left. Like I want the high five club. I want my 1500 power of 3. I want to hit my rank and maybe go for another one. But hitting my rank and then helping my downlines hit a higher rank is very important to
Yep.
me. So I don't necessarily care about going to a new rank. It's helping my girls go higher, if and when we can do that. So for me, I don't leave any money on the table. I will find a way to get everything out I can out of the week.
I love that. Don't leave any money on the table because it's there. You just have to take it. You know?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so I have a question that I'm thinking other people are probably thinking, and I want to know too. So, yes, I agree. You are like, I would say the messenger queen. You're so good at messaging people. So, one, how do you keep track of all of the people that you're messaging? And then two, what would be like an example of something that you would message somebody about the BOGO deal?
Okay, so I have a group page that all of my advocates can add people to. It's basically for people that want to learn more about doTERRA. I decided not to talk about BOGOs very much in that because I didn't want someone that was not my potential customer to order through me.
Mhm.
And so I created a separate group for my customers. And
Okay.
then in my larger group, I just posted, hey, here's today's BOGO. Reach out to your advocate and, get this one. So it was like an equal playing ground,
So,
sort of, so to speak.
okay, hold on. I'm confused. So that your second group, is that your wholesale customers, or is that people that you're sampling and your wholesale customers?
Oh,
Oh,
it's both.
people
Yeah, so I
only though.
right. So like I don't ever take someone else's customers and collect their order. In fact, if someone does reach out to me and I didn't enroll them and they want the BOGO, I will send them back to their own advocate
Right.
because that's the way it should
Good.
be. Yeah, so okay, so what do I message to people? Okay, so I try to find, first of all, my interested group, and then so that I'm not messaging just like I said, hundreds of people every
Right.
day. I'm just messaging those that I know that are interested and might make the sale. So if I think they're like even 50% away from buying, I probably will not talk to them, okay?
Okay.
There's someone that I'll handle eventually. So I'll message people that I know are interested, and what I found was I sold over 45 BOGOs this week, but I only
Oh,
had 20, but I only had 23 customers. So I added up actually how many customers I had.
yeah.
And I would say half of those are current wholesale customers, and then the other half are people that are interested. Okay. I also gave what I did was I announced, hey, I bought 8 of these BOGOs at the wholesale cost. So I try to create a little bit of a fear of loss. So people think I only have 8 BOGOs. I better get one before it's gone. Okay. So have I really ordered 8? No, it's a little bit of a white lie. So I just I just say, hey, I have 8 because it's true. I do have 8, right? I haven't ordered them yet, but I have 8 BOGOs. Who wants one? Okay. So I try to create a little bit of a like a momentum there,
Yep.
so they think, okay, I need to get one. So it's just, I mean, that's normal across industries, hey, I have 8 to sell, do you want one?
Mhm.
So when I message people, I say, if it's someone that has bought Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like on Thursday, by Thursday, I'm just writing BOGO with a question mark. Do you want it? I mean,
Come on and get it. Your name is on it.
do you want it? Right. I'm also a firm believer in using what you have to make a sale. So I know not everyone has hundreds and hundreds of points to spare. I understand that. But all of us, if you're an advocate, you are getting your free oil of the month every month. So you do have free oils that you could save in an event that you did need to, make an offer. I'm the queen of making an offer with someone,
Yep.
like
Queen of
the
that too.
queen of it.
You're the queen of.
I will, yeah, I will work a deal with you, okay? I will, because what matters to me, I have tons of product, okay? I have lots of free product and I have lots of points. Not everyone has that, so I don't want anyone to be discouraged if you don't have that. But I want you to think ahead for the next BOGO and think, one thing I love that one of our leaders, Jenny Oates, did was on one day, she said, guys, you don't have to give away a ton of free stuff to get someone to buy a BOGO. So what she did was she said, give 2 free samples, samples with a BOGO. Like with today, you can choose 2 free samples that you want, and it's going to come with your BOGO. And I thought that was really, really smart because all of us have samples, okay? So whether or not you have, free lip balms to give away with BOGOs, that doesn't matter. We all have samples to give away, and I thought that was a really nice touch. It's a really
You can do that any day, actually. Not just the BOGOs, but for someone who doesn't want to spend a lot of money on the kits, you could pick 5 samples or 2 samples or whatever. So I like that idea.
Right, and another thing is, I gave BOGOs to people that I knew needed. I needed to fill holes, so I just said, hey, can you order me 2 BOGOs there? And I had advocates that were selling them, or I said, hey, I have 2 BOGO orders. Can you place the order for me?
Yeah.
And so one thing, guys, you need to be really, really organized with BOGO week. Otherwise, you'll go crazy. So I'm not naturally a really organized person. I tend to be the more creative type and fast moving. So like I would be the kind of person that needs to hire an administrative assistant to help me stay organized. But on BOGO week, I know that I have to intentionally be organized. Otherwise, it will get away from me.
Right.
So what I recommend doing is being very thorough with your paperwork, say where the order is coming from, and, just keeping it your organization. We all kind of organize in a different way.
Right.
But if this is your first BOGO, I have no doubt that you probably have 10 things you could teach someone who's going to be new next time, okay? So this was my second BOGO, and I still learn things that I will take into my third BOGO.
Right.
Okay. So like everyone, you're going to learn more. You're going to grow stronger. I had one advocate who she's like brand new, and she sold tons of BOGOs, and she put them all on her own, and she got points for it. She put them all on her own LRP. And I said, next time when you have an advocate or someone in their first 60 days or whatever, maybe you can work something out with them ordering some BOGOs for you, and then you'll be blessing them with the points, but you'll be able to get a paycheck back. So here's what I love about BOGO. Everyone gets something. So I think that is really great. So if my customer, actually one of my customers, she was so cute. She's like, oh, I'll happily put through 5 BOGOs for you. I get the points on my credit card. And I was like, oh, great. Well, thank you. Happy. And then what I did was that I either PayPal'd them back the money or I wrote them a check immediately. I don't like to leave people hanging, especially customers that placed an order for me on their own credit card. Yeah. Do you have any other questions, or what? You want me to keep going? I mean, I can keep talking.
Dory says, great interview. Your sister says, sense of urgency is good with the 8 comment. Such a good way of thinking about it. Lydia said, great imagery with your the way you described yourself. Okay, so guys, what questions do you have for Shelley? Isn't Shelley awesome? Let's give her another shout out because it is awesome. Oh, I have a question for you too while we're waiting for comments to come in. Because Shelley, I'm like you too. I'm not organized naturally. It's hard to keep track of things. So in a normal month and a normal week in doTERRA, not just BOGOs, how do you keep yourself organized with all your people? Because I know you are always talking, like, I feel like your messenger's probably opened up to like 50 people a day of all the people you're talking to. So do you have any things that work, any tips for you or that are working for you with that?
Well, I probably work 25 to 30 hours a week. So this is my business. This is what I do. And I run it like a business. Like I have an office. I'm set up for, my kids know that I work in the mornings, and then, they can do Legos or occasionally watch a movie or whatever. And so they know that mom works in the morning, and then in the afternoon we'll go do something fun. So I do have time set aside to do this. This is not just something I'm doing as a hobby. Okay, so first of all, that way. Secondly, I don't care if someone on my team is, if they're just consistently keeping their LRP, like I'm thankful for you. Okay, so I have this little puzzle piece in my office. and it says this. Oh, well, there goes one of my shelves. Forgive me. It says, it's always the small pieces that make the big picture.
Oh, I love it.
And yeah, I keep this as a reminder to me that really a large team is a lot of people doing like a different amount of work, but like medium work. Like we're all busy, we all have lives, but every single person is important, okay? No matter who you are part of this organization, and I will never, never give up on you. If you want to do this business, then I'm in your corner and I will make that happen. So stick around, the fun's just starting and we're gonna take this all the way to the top. Yeah.
Doesn't everyone sign up with Shelley? Shelley,
you're sweet. Thanks.
You need to make a video about that to your group, because I think no matter what, people are going to join you. Because people want to be a part of something where they feel like they're a part of something, I mean, that's awesome. Okay, questions are coming. Shannon,
I see those.
Shannon says, do you hold classes now, or are you more focused on helping your advocates grow?
Okay, so I am a firm believer that I will work as hard, if not harder, than my advocates do. So whatever I ask my advocates to do, I do it twice as hard. Okay, so if I ask them to have 2 classes a month, I will hold 4 classes a month. If I ask them to try and enroll 3 people, I will try to enroll 6 people. I always want to stay ahead because I need to be a strong leader for them, and I need them to see me doing what I ask them to do. Okay, so yes, I hold classes consistently. I help my advocates grow daily. So that is yes and yes on both of those. I see the next question is, what do you tell your advocates that get discouraged? And so I look at what is discouraging them, first of all. It could be something that's happening in their own personal life. And so then I will talk to them specifically about how we can work through those emotions. I have had an advocate once before that I told her, stop selling. I mean, she wanted to quit. And I said, okay, you need to stop sharing doTERRA right now, and I want you to take a 5-day break and just use your oils. Fall back in love with your oils, okay? And I'm not kidding you, by day 3, she was ready to go again. So, just like stop selling and just use your product, okay? And then you'll be back to where you should be, sharing.
That's the emotional line. Get that stuff on you.
What's that?
Especially the emotional line.
Yeah. So what do I tell them? First of all, I tell them I'll never give up on them. Yep. Okay, so no matter what, we're here for you. This team is here for you. Your upline is here for you, and you always have access to me. I want to say 24/7, but my husband wouldn't like that. Let's see, what's another question? Do I feel awkward asking people to put it on their own credit card? Okay, so that's a really great question. I would say that there are a few people that I have asked if I can just use my own credit card to do it. That's a great question. So it would depend on who it is that I'm asking, okay? So I might try to put a little feeler out there and see what they might feel about doing that. And then if I sense, like, I'm really good at intuitively feeling what the person might be comfortable with. And then I might withdraw it and be like, hey, I had one gal this month, I asked to upgrade to a wellness advocate so I could move her. And immediately I sensed that she was not interested. And I said, hey, no problem. I said, just enjoy BOGO week. And I didn't ask her to do any BOGOs for me. It just was probably not a great fit for her. Now, having said that, I reached out, in order for me to get my 1500 Power of 3, I reached out to about 5 people, and this is no lie, half of them are 60 and over. my sweet baby boomers, okay? I love my baby boomers. I take very good care of my baby boomers. Yeah. So they're some of my best LRP customers because they're buying for their children, and they keep their LRP above 125. Because of that, they like getting the free product of the month. So I got about 6 people to upgrade to, and I moved them, and so that I was able to get my Power of 3. Now, some of those, what I did was I looked at my organization of people that were past day 90. And I looked for people that were only on on an LRP. I would not ask someone to start an LRP to get to the Power. That's not something I'm interested in doing. So yeah, that's kind of what I did to get my Power of 3, was move people.
You're so good at that. Okay,
and
you
sub
see the question
and submit
coming in.
BOGOs.
Okay, so what is the one from Alicia? Alicia? I think Alicia. Okay, I am new
Yeah,
and
that's a
would love
great
to know
question.
more about how you worked your business in the beginning. It's a great question. And Brittany, yeah,
That's a great
5
question.
miles. Okay, go
Hmm.
ahead.
Right. So when I was asked to do this business, I knew that I either wanted to do it 150% or not at
Yep.
all. Like this was going to be my business. Okay. And so I bought the diamond kit in January and I had a big class. Actually, I had 3 classes, January 26th, and they were all really successful. I was really blessed. I invited people I didn't know. Like I just invited every single person that breathed. Okay. And I
Did.
got a
I was there.
yeah, like I got strangers. She's right. I ask anyone about doTERRA. I've gotten better about knowing who I think would be, not having to ask every single person. Like I've gotten better about honing in on who my audience is. Um, and so I was able to do pretty well with that. Also, doTERRA was doing an amazing special, the New Year, New You. So it's, anyway, it was a great special, and maybe they'll run that again in January. So I think 100% of my people that enrolled that time, they did LRP the next month. And I would say 80% of those people are still doing LRP. So they just,
Awesome.
yeah,
I,
and I will tell you, like January, February, March, I had a really high success rate for getting people on LRP, like really high. Like people were like, "How are you doing this and everything?" And honestly, I think part of it was some of the specials that doTERRA had put out there really helped me with that. I would say my consistency at getting people on LRP has dropped now to probably about 50% because there's I don't know. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. So I'm not always a rock star. I struggle too. I
it's
have
the
people
summer
that,
too, though.
that
I mean,
yeah,
summer.
right. And so exactly. So I'm trying to find the right language for when I sell people a kit to let them know my goal is not just to sell you a kit, but really to help you in your oil
Yep.
journey. Okay. So I want to show you all of the tools that doTERRA has and show you how you can get them and also earn some for free.
Yes.
So yeah, so how did I start the business? I talked to a lot of people. I asked a lot of people to join me in the business. I
You hosted a lot of classes. A lot of classes. Oh, are we losing her?
mhm.
Shelley, are you there?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, we
yeah,
lost
I'm
her.
here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I was going to say, you hosted a ton of classes, and this girl is hilarious because while we were at the class, someone would say something. She's like, oh, yeah, we were having a class that day. And, like, just, she doesn't have a class that day. She just made it up for that person. She's like, come on, I've got a class at that exact time. You know,
I love it.
she just rocked
Yeah.
it, did it. And so Kate said and this, I want to hear this whole story, and I think everyone else does, too, that you sold a kit to a woman at the campground. So you're
Yeah, I
camping
did. So we were at
and you're selling it.
mhm.
So let's talk about that because that's pretty fun.
Sure. So we have a camper and we like to use it just going to different campgrounds, and I found that people love to talk when we're at campgrounds, and so I love to meet new people. I quickly try to find common ground with them, and so the best thing you can do with people is to find common ground and to find things you can talk about, and then I lead into essential oils if I feel like it's kind of appropriate. And I would have to say that this lady was kind of like one in a million. Okay. So she was really ripe for essential oils. She, I think, used them at work and she was ready. So this is a very unusual story, but after just talking to her for 45 minutes, she was ready to get the home essentials kit. And I almost even found myself wanting to talk her out of it, but I was like, well, I mean, she was like giving me her credit card and I'm a stranger. And, okay, okay. And it
I'll
was
tell it.
great. I was
You'll
so
find.
I know. I was like, is this for real? Is this really happening? I wanted to run back to my camper and enroll her right away because I was like, maybe she's kidding me.
Yeah.
She
And
wasn't.
I think that's
So,
because one, yeah, she might have been ripe and ready, like what you said, but I think that you are a really good listener. You are genuine, so people get that feeling. The other thing is you actually talk to people. So if you were just sitting at your campground not talking to a single person, you're obviously not going to make any connections and have no chance of, helping anybody because you're not opening your mouth and actually talking to another human. And so you
yeah.
open your mouth that helps.
Yeah, and when you travel anywhere, I was just telling one of my girls that one of my amazing advocates who just signed on, she's so amazing. Her name is Brogan, and she went to the beach this past weekend, and she messaged me and she's like, "What do you do for this?" And I said, "Girl, when you travel, you need to be taking your stuff with you because your business goes with you. So make sure you take a mini class." My husband calls it a go bag now.
Yep.
Like you got to take your go bag, your stuff to teach a class, like an impromptu class, because you never know when those opportunities will pop up. Always be ready.
Well, okay, so the benefit of that too, if you teach a class when you're traveling, write off. Hello, I'm like all about write-offs. If you guys ever want to know about write-offs,
Right, I thought of that too.
I mean, you can write off
Yeah.
a lot. You just
Yeah,
keep track.
yeah. I was talking about that with my the person who helps me with my books, and she said definitely like the gas. Sorry, I'm trying to find my charger. She said, the gas I can definitely. Oh, sorry, my charger's about to die. My phone is. Yeah. So we were talking about things that I could write off for sure.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
you're reading 2 questions about what's in your bag.
Oh, okay.
Bag.
So yeah, so I would bring your essential life book plus an extra one in case someone, depending on what you give as an incentive for people buying the home essentials kit. So I give the essential life book. So I would say carry an extra one because I had to mail her one and it would have saved me a little bit of shipping.
Yeah.
And then I would say definitely bring some things for, what's it called? Oh, like samples, things you could sample people with. My natural solutions, just anything you would have for a kit.
Yep.
So the natural solutions, A to Z guides, just anything, stuff that you can pull up.
You'll probably always have your keychain with you.
Yeah, and yeah, or my little case that I carry my touches with because I use the touches a lot.
Yep. Love it.
So yeah, I would say definitely.
Well, and also
those things.
One of the girls, Jackie Ritz from Paleo Mama, I really like her and her videos. She always carries 50 samples with her. So she bought that doTERRA bag and then had, they fit 50 samples. She will always sample wherever she goes, 50 of them. And she does
right.
Their body.
Right. So I'm a big believer in business cards. And what you want to do is give someone the sample, your business card, but get their information on the back of one of your business cards, okay? Because more than likely, if you give someone a sample and your business card's going to walk away and you're never going to hear back from it. So you want to definitely get their name and number. That is an area in 2017, 2018 I need to improve upon because sometimes I'm just like, oh, I'm too busy to follow up on that. So that's something that I want to work on. Maybe it's because I fear rejection on it or something. I don't know.
Do you add them to your Facebook? Because that's what I do. I watched the social media Summit 1 and 2 from Sarah Robbins, and she says to friend everyone on Facebook. So that's what I've been doing. Is friend everybody on Facebook. Then you can message them, and then they're watching what you're doing.
So what I do is I always ask I say, I don't ask people if I can become friends with them on Facebook. I just say, hey, are you on, are you on social media? I say that first, and then I say, what's your Facebook name? And I pull out my phone.
Yep.
And then they usually tell me their Facebook name. So I don't ask them if I can become their friend. I just say, what's your Facebook name? And they're like, oh, Carter Marie, Taylor, because my husband and I share it. And then I hold the phone up and I say, is this you? Because there's like so many people and they're like, oh yeah, that's me. And then I say, I'm going to send you a friend request. And then all you have to do is accept it. So
yeah, I do the same thing. I'll even give them my phone and say, hey, can you find yourself?
Yes.
And so
that's a good one.
Loving the Beach Money book. That's such a great book. I need to read that again. He talks about how a business card can be worth $50, $100, or $500.
Cool.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, it's a great book. I really liked that book as well. Yeah. Great vision.
Shelley, where are we on time? Because I don't when it's live, I can't see the time.
Hold on, let me look.
Okay. Or someone else can tell me the time.
Oh.
Red.
Figuring out my lights. Can I show you one thing that I wanted to share with everyone?
Yes, we are loving. We can listen to you all night.
You're funny. Okay, so it is 9:34. It's 9:34. Are we done?
Yeah. No, but we want to see what you want to show us. So.
Okay. So I went to the dollar store and I bought a bunch of purple bags, okay? And then to stay organized with my BOGOs, because I sold a ton of them, and I know many of you sold a ton of them too. And what I did was I wrote the person's name on it, and then I wrote what day they bought.
Okay.
So she bought Monday, Thursday, and she bought 2 of Fridays, okay? So that when those orders come in, I can start putting them into the bags. And then these are for my people that are going to be mailed out, okay? So these are for locals. And then I can actually write paid on it or whatever. So this is helping keeping me organized. And plus, it's like the doTERRA purple.
Oh, she's so good. We're going to have you on again because I want to hear more from you. This is awesome. Do you want to show us your office?
Yeah.
Else? I know your office is very cute.
Yeah. Yeah. So my daughters moved into the same room, and this was cute, but it fell over just now. Yeah, so I still need to hang some things up on the wall, but they sell these on doTERRA, the website, those cute little essential things. And then just a shelf for my stuff on this was a baby changing table. I changed many diapers there.
Because it's hard to see. You got to get close. We want to
this
in detail.
Yeah. So I keep shipping supplies in one. I keep product that I haven't used in one. I bought an athletic kit, Aroma Touch kit, DIY stuff, citric acid. Doesn't everyone have citric acid?
Staple.
And then I always keep a little case of things that have never been opened, because you never know when you can bless an advocate that has done a great job as like a thank you. I don't always thank with oils because we all have a lot of oils, so sometimes I'll send like a $5 gift card or just an Amazon gift card because we do have oils, but there's sometimes if it's a newer advocate that doesn't have stuff. I also invite people up here, so I do one-on-ones in my office. So I let people know that this is what I do, and I want to treat you professionally. Even if it's someone that I just know as a friend, I always handle our messages very professionally, as if whatever. This is what I do. Right. So,
awesome.
Yeah,
it's like a real business, like what Eric Worre says, network marketing professional. So
I love it. I tell people that I'm a networking professional. I have actually had conversations with people like that, and they kind of look at me like you're what? And I'm like, well, I connect people and I help them to achieve the dreams that they have stopped dreaming for themselves or that they don't know that they can dream.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, yep, it's working.
Wow. Okay, so I think we can all agree we know why you're successful. And someone else posted, I don't remember what it was or who wrote it, but that, your diamond material, and we all know know it. That's your goal, I'm sure, is presidential. So
maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Hey, it's for sure.
I
said. We believe in you. Okay, so we're not giving up on you. You're going for presidential, but diamond this year, 2017 for sure. So thank you so much, you guys. Make sure you tag her and say thank you for getting on and sharing all this. Yes, Kate says it was Dory, and it was totally true. So, Shelley, you're awesome. Thank you for sharing all of your office, your tips, and motivation and inspiration. So we really appreciate it. And congratulations on an amazing month. And we will talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks so much, Bonnie. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.